Overthinking isn't always anxiety. Sometimes it's a projection. Hi there, I'm Roxanne Miller. I'm a model, content creator, and the author of Unsexy Healing Without Hashtags. Here I'm speaking about healing through my own fire and the behind the scenes of other people I worked with in the most vulnerable positions. If you are into the 3 T's, truth, tea, and transformation, hit subscribe. Here everything is served raw, and this is Motivation Monday. And that song that was viral, now it's playing in my head. Truth is, we are often inside our heads, thinking, assuming, presuming, projecting. And the reality of the fact is, most of the times, we feel it like anxiety, which is not, because most of the times we are not in real danger. We are just creating stories. Before we go further, I want to tell you about one of my sponsors today, and that is Hostinger. I've been using the platform for the past year, and I gotta tell you, I'm really happy about it. You can build your own website, your own blog, and your own online store really easy. The platform has AI tools that makes everything super easy for you, and you don't have to know coding, and you don't have to know plenty of the things that other web developers do have to know. It's intuitive, it's creative, and you can make it your own because you can also drag and drop all the tools that you want or don't want. To me, the fact that I can create whatever I want, my portfolio, my blog, my online store, everything that I need in one place, it's amazing. If you are going to click on the link down below, you're going to get 20% off, so don't miss it out. So I have here the definition of overthinking, which is being disconnected from the present moment, stuck in the mind, often projecting fears and assumptions onto situations. And I also have the embodied presence definition, which is being rooted in your body through breath, awareness, and sensation. It's the ability to notice what's really happening now, not just what your thoughts say it is happening. Now, as the overthinkers have a talent to imagine what could have happened and all the ifs possible, what other people's opinion about us is, what they are feeling about us, and most of the time fear it, and create in our bodies all the anxiety and all the stress to which our bodies respond, because even though we are not facing a real tiger, the tiger we create in our minds is quite real. The thing is, we have to understand this truth. The stories are 90%, or dare I say 99% of the time, not real. Overthinking was a mechanism to keep us safe when we needed to read the room to see how others feel, to be able to stay safe. The overthinking kept us alive. But the problem is, what kept us alive and what worked in the past is not working anymore. Actually, it puts us in danger. So let me tell you about a recent situation in which I caught myself spiraling in the overthinking kind of process. It was a text that I sent to a friend of mine asking for a little bit of help. It was not something really urgent. It was not something that would give her a lot of work to do and stuff like that. So it was not something big. But the way she answered, it made me feel a lot of anxiety because it made me feel like in childhood, whenever I felt like I was bothering somebody, and then I would go on a spiral and promise myself that I will never ask for help. Now what and how she feels and thinks about me and stuff like that. So I had to catch myself a few times going down that spiral and tell myself that it's not about me. She said she will come back to me later when she will be out of that situation. I had to tell myself a few times that maybe she's caught in a situation that she doesn't know how to handle. And guess what? Later that day, she came back to me and she said that she was dealing with a severe family crisis, and nobody actually could be prepared to deal with that kind of crisis. And she actually apologized for the way she reacted. Now, imagine what would have happened and how bad I would have felt if I would have allowed myself to go to the emotional eating, because that was my coping mechanism, and I would have gone through sweet, salty snacks, sweet, salty snacks, sweet, salty snacks. I would have been emotionally drained, my body would have gotten inflamed, and I would have been in the guilt trap spiral too. So I'm assuming catching yourself and becoming aware of your overthinking can actually save you from a lot of physical pain. Now, before you go, I want to tell you about my book, Unsexy, Healing Without the Hashtags. It's a book that comes from my heart, from my own experience, my own healing, and the tips and tricks that I found working, starting with food, my relationship with my image, my body, my sexual energy, and also it comes from the fact that I chose 15 years ago to enroll in and do a career, create a career in adult industry, while being brought up in a very strict religious family. So that's an interesting study case, right? If you're interested about it, you can find it now on Amazon and on my website, roxanne-miller.com. And yeah, I cannot wait for you to give me your feedback and tell me what helped. Also, you have there plenty of exercises that you can do, and also plenty of journal prompts. And I know for the ladies that's something that they are interested in, but for the guys they would be like, that's a girly thing to do. But guess what? All the Stoics were men. So man up and start that journal. Now, if this video hit home, subscribe, press that like button, comment down below and tell me your story with overthinking. I know I'm not the only one doing it. And yeah, I'll see you at the next one.